Hello and welcome. This is day one. We are on Saturday and we are out, and I'm not driving. Mrs. C is driving. She's being my chauffeur for a little while. We're on the motorway. We're actually on the M6, but we're heading close up to the M74. We're on our way to Scotland, but I'm not alone. We're out in the van. We're on our way for a week. We're having a whole week up in Scotland. The plan is Glencoe, Isle of Skye, maybe over to possibly Beaufiddle Rock over near Inverness side, and then back down through Queensferry and home. So we've got 9 days out. But like I say, well, I'm not alone. I'm not just with Mrs. C. I'm actually out with my friends, or people from the LVA group, the Landscape Vlogtography Adventures group. We're all photographers. We're all van drivers, and it's not identifying that we're only out because we're van drivers. But I arranged this this is our holiday. This is our annual trip away, and I invited other people if they wanted to come along to join us. We've got 6 vans on the go. We've got our friend Nigel and Core. He's brought his wife with him, so they're up in front at the moment. And behind us, we've got another 4 vans. We've got Christopher. We've got Steve Staines. He's a vlogger, as you know. He's behind us, so that should be interesting. We've also got Daz, another vlogger. Darren Morehouse, Ginger Captures. And we've also got my friend Daz that you've seen many times in my videos. So yeah, we've got a good group of us out. Should be quite an interesting week. So please stick with this, watch this. I'm going to do a mix between a little bit of van life and a little bit of photography, and mix up the videos a little bit. So just a little bit of something for everybody really. So yeah, hopefully you're going to enjoy what we're going to get up to. It's raining at the moment, but this is definitely day one. We're on the motorway. We've got 124 miles to our first destination, and all that is really a P stop. We're heading up to Glencoe, hopefully find somewhere for the night, and that's going to be our start once we get going. I hear there's a waterfall. We're also in contact with Craig Ross, which you may have seen on a vlog a while ago. He won a filter from K&F on one of my Christmas giveaways. We're meeting up with him for the weekend as well, so he's given us a good bit of advice for a nice waterfall. So first photography maybe at the first waterfall, and it's looking promising because there is a lot of water around at the moment. So yeah, that's me speaking. That's the beginning of our tour. Welcome, hello, and let's get going. So we're on our first P stop. We've just pulled into the services. As you can see, we've got the whole group, the whole gang here, full on posse of people. So yeah, this is going to be quite an interesting tour and week and trip. So yeah, quite looking forward to it. And I got Steve a new sticker. Have a look at Steve's nice new sticker I bought him. It's ever so nice. Adventures before you stain your pants. What's up with you, man? It's perfect.
Is that what you did when you fell off?
Yeah, I did actually. Right, so we're having a P stop. I think the van's locked up, and we're going to head on up. I've got the camera out, we've started. Look, I've got a spy behind us. I've got Core, she's watching me, taking secrets for Nigel.
Got something in my eye.
Yeah, we've got something in your eye. Your finger, I think. Yeah, we've met up with Craig. Craig is round here, if you can get round far enough, and you're not going to go round far enough, are you? But Craig is now over to my left. We met him up at the petrol station. We've all topped up our fuel, and yeah, we're ready for some shooting action. And he told us about a little spot at the bottom of Loch Lomond. So to get our juices flowing, to get the old cameras out and to get us started, this is where we are. The atmosphere is going on. We've had warning signs coming up the motorway saying high rains, you know, lots of rain and stuff like that. So this tells the story, I think, of what we're going to get all week. This is a cracking little shot. We've got the coastline and the background is completely shrouded in wetness. This will probably turn out a bit of a 2:1 style image. There's not a lot going in the water, there's not a lot going on the land, but there is definitely some atmosphere going on, and I think if I can just pull in the contrast slider, I'll bring out some of that texture in the sky. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. So I'm not going to mess around too much. It's a very, very simple shot, very, very easy shot, and just one to get us all going. So yep, enjoy these 2 little images, and we're off. So I'm just going to try and let you know where we are and what we're doing as well. So I'll put in a little map in the corner when we pull up to different places. I'll put in a map and I'll put in a what free words for you. So every time we pull up and hopefully take a photograph, I'll try and put in that as we go through this series over the next couple of weeks of videos. At the moment we are right next to the car. We're literally parked next to the side of the road. This is one of the easiest starts to Scotland and the bottom of Loch Lomond, the base of Loch Lomond as you can get going. What's this called here, Craig?
Duck Bay Marina.
Duck Bay Marina. So we're at Duck Bay Marina. So that's our first port of call. And I'm not going to waffle on too much through this course of these videos because it's a little bit about the tour and the video, the trip, all the vans. You can see we've got them all parked in a row here. Look at them. We've got 6 vans to think about, and it takes up like half a mile to park every time we stop. So it's going to be an interesting week, that's for sure. So that's the first one done. I'm going to probably just take a little one of this side, a bit of a sneaky cheeky one, because we've got 3 layers going through. And then we're going to find our next little location. It's going to be very atmospheric, these first few photos, and yeah, I hope you enjoy this. I'm quite excited. I'm all excited. Okay, so just been informed that the hill that's in this image is called Conic Hill, and like I say, I will try and put some location details in the video as and when I can. Now I've taken half a dozen shots of it. Crazy really, I only wanted one, but this is what the week's going to be like. Right, I'm definitely finishing this one now. I'm going to take this last shot because the hill's sticking out, and then I'm moving on. Just waiting for the ladies now. Toilet stop. Ooh. Right, that's it. Face mask on. We're in Scotland now, so we can't be doing anything without our face mask on. So we're just heading into the Green Welly shop. This is a must-stop shop on the way through to Scotland. Definitely for your goodies. So I've got my Green Welly sticker, so I've got my Scottish sticker now to put on the back of the van. I think I'm going to collect a few more from different places I go to, so it's all starting here, folks.
Green Welly.
She's got herself a nice Green Welly. It's a bit of a small one. Got myself some Scottish tablet. Yummy, yummy, yummy. If you're a fudge person, you're going to love this sort of stuff. And I just got a radio back. Our next stop's going to be the Viewpoint. I'll give you a postcode in a second. If you put in the Loch Bar postcode, that's the next one we're actually heading to. Right, so that's radio. Now we're using radios, which is really cool. We've all got radios in the van, so we can all stay in communication. And at the moment, if I show you, we're in the car park at the Green Welly. Got one in front, 2 there, and 3 there. We've got another one in front of him, and one over to the other side. So Mrs. C is here, look, she is here, she's here enjoying herself. And like I say, this is day one, it's just us messing around, and it's going to be, like I did say before, and I'm going to keep repeating myself, this is a bit of a van life, van tour experience of Scotland and photography. So it's not just about the photos, this is about the whole little bit of an experience that we're doing, so hopefully you'll enjoy it. Oh, including chocolate and me tablet. We're not planning on losing a lot of weight this week. Right, we're going to head off soon, and I'll speak to you maybe when we get to Loch Bar and show you what that's all about. See you in a bit. So back on the road again, we just finished the Green Welly shop. So we've all bought a few little goodies. I've got myself a nice car sticker as well, so I'm going to put a few stickers on the back of the van, I think, or at least the side of the van, different places we go to. So yeah, we're heading up the A82 now. Our first overnight stop is going to be somewhere on the Glencoe range. So we're either going to be at Loch Bar or further along towards a White Cottage or something like that. So it depends where we can park, where we can put 6 vans, and where we're allowed to, in all fairness. But it's looking bleak outside. It's very, very bleak. There's not a lot of mountains to see from here, but our next little port of call is going to be the viewpoint where normally the bagpipe man is, and I'm not sure I've seen him for the last couple of years, so we'll have to see. We just got new destinations, so now the sat nav knows where we're going. So yeah, that's our next port of call, so I'll speak to you when we get there. So I would like to say it's a nice view and I've got something to show you, but it's piddling it down and there's no view, so I can't show you anything. But this is what's in front of us. This would normally be shrouded in big mountains and hills, and all the way down here just absolutely mountains everywhere, but unfortunately in these conditions we're not going to get to see that. But there's promise, there's always promise. Look at that little bit of light up there. There's always promise on the horizon, so you never know what you're going to get. So I don't know if it's time to have a brew. I think we could have a coffee here, get the vans going and have a brew up, and then we'll make a plan to move on a little bit further. Definitely time for a coffee. Right, so we're going to do a lot of this probably this weekend when we're in between the rain showers. I'm just going to grab the camera out now and just take a couple of shots, because it's all changed up in front, and Mrs. C's got the camera and she's going to show you what we're looking at. But the actual opened up and there's a few low clouds, so it looks pretty cool. So yeah, get used to a few of these little handheld shots, and if they work I'll shove them up on the screen so you can have a look and see what we're looking at. Right, so somewhere around there's a stag down there in this field. I can't quite see it on the back of the camera, but I think it's just there. So yeah, I just thought I'd switch this back on just to show you that before we disappeared. So yeah, win-win. A nice little stag before we get going, but we hope to see a few more of them while we're down here. Right, we're all ready now. We're going to head up to Loch Bar and hopefully find our nighttime accommodation area. So speak to you in a little while when we get set up, I hope. Denise is on the phone checking in at home. All good. We are here, we are at our location and nailed it. First night is sorted. Look at us, there's the buses down there in the car park. This is our area for the night. We've got mountains over there. Nighttime can be good. We've got mountains over this way. We've got Loch Bar, we've got everything going on. So this should be a really cracking little spot for tonight and tomorrow morning. All we need now is this rain to leave off a little bit and give us a bit of a respite. But yeah, everyone's here. The whole, spin you around, there they all are. You haven't met this guy before, he's just started vlogging. His name's Martin blah 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 blah. I'll put it down on the bottom of the screen for you. There's no way I know I'm going to pronounce it, but he's just started vlogging, so I'll put his link in the description below, so you'll see him all week as well. You've got Staney up there, old Staney Pants, he's with us. He's with Craig, who lives up in Scotland. We've got Christopher. We've got Daz, that I said about earlier on, who's a vlogger as well. Link will be in the description. We got Darren, and Daz's name, if you ever hear me call Ginge, that's Ginge, because it's Ginger Captures. Wife is in van, the other wife is in the other van, and have I forgotten anybody? No, I think everyone's here. So that's the plan. Osmo's getting wet, got to put it away. I'm just gonna have a look around, but the clouds over there are wicked. So we don't know what's going to happen, but I do know what's here. So I've got an advantage over these guys. I know what it looks like in the daylight when we can actually see everything. I've not got my proper shoes on, so I'm not going to be too ambitious on all this peat and bog. But I'll have a quick look around and show you what it looks like. and then I'm going to go and settle myself down for the night. Oh my God, I'm going to end up stuck in this. So we decided, or I've decided, to get the camera out. Everyone was getting their boots on, everyone's getting really excited and stuff like that, and I thought, well, hang on a minute, this is what I'm here for, to take photographs. So we're here, we're taking photographs. We've come over the road facing these beautiful mountains that have opened up a little bit for us now, and the first shot is straight in front of us. Now all of us have seen, you've got Daz and Daz behind us there, you've got Steve's up in front of us, we've all seen this rock with this tree on and all the mountains and atmosphere going on in the background. So that's obviously the most interesting thing in this particular moment, because we've all caught our eyes on it. Now, we've all got a different shot of it, and I'm starting off with a bit of a leading line. I'm going to start off with a bit of a leading line from some water in this boggy quagmire that we are in at the moment. Definitely Wellingtons, definitely a Wellington shot, but I wouldn't get too brave, because last time I was in Scotland in this sort of conditions, I went up to my knees in mud and I wasn't very impressed. I'm going to bracket. I'm obviously going to bracket because I don't want to miss any highlights or lowlights. I'm going to set my exposure to a 0 because that's good enough for me. I'm going for an F, not auto, because it's on auto at the moment. I'm going up to a good F11 or even more, because I want to try and get as much depth in one image if I can. It's telling me a second, so we may have to vary it slightly or lift my ISO, but that's my plan for my first shot of Glencoe area. And that didn't start off very well because I've not got my 2-second timer on because I turned it off before. So that's my first shot. Once it's finished doing, I'm going to put the 2-second timer back on. Yeah, I'm going to focus stack this, focus on the foreground on this lovely little curve of water going in, then I'm going to focus on the rock, then I am going to get a bit closer because I really like that, and I think that's going to look amazing. You can see I'm still sporting my poorly hand, so less bending and no movement as I can do, and try and use and do everything with my left hand apart from hitting the shutter button. So, beautiful little shot to kick us off. Welcome to the Glencoe resort, or the Glencoe, it's not the resort, it's the Glencoe area, the mountains. And look at the light over to the left. This could be a beautiful evening or a very flat evening, but one or the other, we will be showing you photographs. And check out these guys' videos. I don't know when they're going to be out. They're going to be out before or after mine, but everything's going to be around this area for the next couple of days. So full on, really nice shot to start with. Well pleased. They're not moving, are they? This is what it's going to be like all week. You're all going to be stood together. This is what we're going to be like all week, stood in each other's boots.
Every vlog's going to be the same, isn't it?
It'll be a bit different because mine have had the better pictures in it, obviously.
Well,
This is what it's going to be like all week, honestly. Now, I've just put a bit of B-roll on for you, and I've taken a picture, and I'm so hoping it works, because I saw the deer walking up the hill, and I can just see one now. If they walk to the top, you'll just see them in the background, but absolutely awesome. I went into complete and utter meltdown for 2 minutes, just trying to get the camera down and then compose it, and now they're gone. So I can't wait until I get home. I'm going to see if I can bring the photo up and see if I can zoom in just to see if I can actually see them in the background. What's going on? I've pressed the wrong button. Don't do that, whatever you do. Let's have a look. Did I get them? Oh, very faint in the background. So I don't know. Until I get home, I really don't know where I got them. But yeah, there was 3 deer walking up the side of the hill. I mean, what more could you ask for? Scotland, deer and atmosphere. Now we've come over to towards Stainey, and it's unfortunately, I'm sorry, it's going to be Stainey all week, but it is Steve Staines Photography, so check it out. But yeah, when you hear me talking about Stainey, that's him. We had a bit of a laugh way back when, and it's never going to wash. literally. And yeah, this is what we're going to do. There's 4 cameras all lined up next to each other. This is what's going to happen all week. I think we're all going to be seeing things, and this rock is absolutely amazing, and the shot itself looks amazing. So we're all going to have similar ideas. So that's what you're going to have to put up with, I'm afraid. Very similar shots in very similar areas with very similar atmosphere. But yeah, to have them deer in it, that was amazing, absolutely amazing. And this atmosphere is just looking spectacular. So yeah, a couple of photographs coming your way, and away we go again. So I'm taking another shot of this tree on this rock, just because the atmosphere that goes with it really is fantastic. I'm not going to lie, this could end up being my best shot of the week. I'm not counting chickens. It's the first day, the first time, the first moment we're here. But just the way this is set up with the dark moodiness, the clouds, the atmosphere, this one particular tree on these beautifully shaped triangular rocks, and then the layers in the background, it's really right up my street and properly the sort of thing that floats my boat. And yeah, I'm hoping it's not the best shot of the week, but it's definitely right up on the scale, I think, of number 9 out of 10. Really like that. Very impressed. I'm going to get a bit closer once everyone's shot and try and get an even wider one, so the tree and everything is very prominent, and I'm just going to use those mountains and everything in the background. I'll put the what 3 words exactly where we are now if I can. I should be able to do it. I'll take a photograph on my phone in a moment, which will give me that pinpoint, and yeah, fill in my boots. I've moved over to the other side of the river now, so this is Loch Bar that's basically coming under this river, and we've got the bridge behind us, which you probably can't see in the camera. There you can see the bridge there. I've come over with Martin, I dragged him with me. And like I say, Martin's really new to vlogging, so I will put his link down in this bottom corner, especially on this first video, so you're gonna have to go and check his video out. He really is right fresh and new. I think he's done 4 videos, 5? 4 or 5 videos he's done, so he's right fresh to it. So he'll be doing loads this week, as long as I don't wind him up like I do everyone else, but I will. Yeah, we've come over the other side of the river. It's not really as good as what I was hoping it was going to look like. Now, I have been over here before. I'll put a link up hopefully to my other videos, going back to 2018 I think it was. I've done a couple of selfies down this area, had a beautiful morning and everything like that, so we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow or later on this evening, but at the moment it's not quite right. There was a faint hint of colour, a bit of light shining on the side of the mountain in the background, but I've got this nice river, the loch, leading you through with some rocks with some moss on them and a little bit of autumn colours as well, so I might be able to make something out of it. I'm not convinced by this one, but it's another one it's a record shot if nothing else. So yeah, that's all I can say on this one. There's not a lot I can do. F8 and I'm at ISO 320. I'm just trying to bring the ISO up a little bit on a few of these images because it is quite dark, and I just need to try and keep the shutter speed from being too slow and too low because the trees are moving around a little bit. So yeah, let's see what happens. I'm not quite convinced. I'll have a little nose round, see if I can find something else, but yeah, I may go back over the other side in a moment. I've got a bus coming past. Oh, it's a 60-mile-an-hour road this is, so it's a dead fast road. And the light's gone off really flat where we were, so I'm making our way back along towards the vans, and I'm looking at something over this side because I want to try and get some of these trees with the light, because the light over there is really good. So I just want to try and get some of the light in the background. If not, then I'm half thinking of taking a bit of a look at the tree over there, because it's got some colour on it, and it is October, so that's what I want, to try and get a bit of colour. It's a gorgeous scene though, that is, just on its own. It's a beautiful scene. It just wants a speck of light to make it pop a little bit. But look at this behind here, look at that. That's what we want, but on this side, and it's not happening. I'm just setting up for a bit of a wild card, and I'm not sure if this is going to work. We've come down a little bit lower. Martin's still with us. We've come down, no he hasn't, yes he is, it is Martin. He just looked at me then like I got his name wrong, but he is, it is Martin. I'm just trying to get the camera level. We've gone for a bit of a wild card. We come over the other side of the road, hoping to find something, and it's not really happening. So we've seen this tree, which looks pretty nice. And from on the top of the bank behind me there, it looked really good. You can see the colours. But from coming down lower, you can't. So the wild card is, it's right next to the road, and we're trying to get rid of the road, still keeping the form and the shape of the tree, hopefully dragging some colour out, or making it a silhouette. I might even go for a silhouette. But the clouds are very dramatic behind it. I'm going to have to bracket this one, just to give me an option for when I get back. And I'm going to have to go for an ISO. I'm going to go up to 400 to try and give me a bit of speed. No, I'm going to go even higher than that. I'm going to go 640 to try and give me a little bit of speed on it, because it's still slow at f8. Right, focus on the tree, 2-second timer, here we go, ISO 640, and just see what happens with this. I just have no idea if that's going to work or not. There are a little bit of mountain in the background, definitely a lot of atmosphere. It's just where I can make that tree stand out enough. We will see. And Martin's taken a very similar one, so be interesting to see what he gets with his. He's got one of them flash Sony things as well. Is it a cheap one? Oh right, it's only a little one, it's a baby Sony. Still a Sony though, it's still good. Just thought I'd just show you a little bit of the colour on the tree from up here. See up here the leaves look gorgeous, you know, there is actually colour on them. Daz is hitting his drone up in the air, so he's going for plan B. We've given up on plan A, trying to get the light, it's just not happening. So we'll wait for the morning, see what happens down there, or even night time. I don't know what's going to happen when it gets dark. But he's putting his drone up. I just come out of a little tiny bag, so I've not got mine, it's all in the van. I'll save that for tomorrow for you. I might just end this video here. Possibly do a little bit of a clip on at the end, but I think we're going to end it here. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe as per normal. Check out these guys. I will try and mention them as we go through the series of the Scotland tour. Well, you're going to see them anyway, it's just whether I remember to put all the links in. But yeah, do check them out. And yeah, I'm gonna just calm down now, go back and see what Mrs. C's up to, get some tea ready probably, and just enjoy the evening and soak it all up. But if the light does change, if something does happen, I will switch it back on so you get the end of day one of what we're doing. But yeah, till next time, not quite sure where we're going to be, but it will be somewhere around here, and it will be in the morning. So yeah, ciao for now, see you soon.